Hello and welcome to A Book in 5 Minutes. I'm Lindsay Milner. Today I'm looking at a book. It is called Same as Ever and it's written by Morgan Housel. It's subtitled Timeless Lessons on Risk, Opportunity and Living a Good Life. And obviously with the reference to living a good life, I had to buy it, didn't I? I had to read it. So it is a really interesting read. The premise of the book is what never changes in a changing world. And what he does, he compares the things that people say about, things are not as good as they used to be, or, things are getting worse because of economic conditions, or the economy's in a bad state and it's never going to recover this time. He compares those kind of comments with things that have happened throughout history and people thought. He's a US author, so a lot of the examples are very US based. So like the Great Depression in 1929, things will never improve from this, but obviously they did. World War II, things will never be the same, but obviously things improved after the war. So he draws a lot of lessons from things that have happened in the past to demonstrate that actually some things never change, no matter how much you think they will. The book is presented as 23 small kind of lessons or stories or chapters, whatever you want to call them. I think he does call them chapters. They're usually quite short, they're full of stories and examples, so it's a very, very readable book. And I like the lessons that are in there. I like the things that he's saying about things that don't change. So on the one hand, he talks about how you can never predict what's going to happen because life is full of surprises. And you can't prepare for those surprises because they're surprises. You think you've prepared for all the risks that potentially might happen before you do something, but there's always something that you didn't think of, and that's the thing that derails you. So he talks, as I said, there are 23 different chapters, and each chapter has a title and then a subtitle, which is kind of the nugget of the lesson. And it's things like, one that I particularly liked was he talks about happiness and how being happy depends on our expectations. So the lower our expectations, the more we're likely to be happy, because if we have high expectations, the chances of something going wrong and those expectations not being met is much higher, and that creates the discontent, the unhappiness. He says that people want certainty. They don't want accuracy, they want certainty. But, that's unattainable because of what he's already said about risk and surprises. You can never have certainty. He says also that the best story wins. It's not necessarily the best idea. You can have a good idea, but if it's not well presented, if people don't engage with it, if you don't have a good story to hook people into what you're trying to achieve, then, the better story is going to win. Another lesson, he talks about overnight tragedies and long-term miracles. And this kind of harks back to what he was saying about risk and surprises, that tragedies happen in the blink of an eye. But if you want success, it's something that takes a long time to work towards, and small improvements compound and add to the success and the achievement. He quotes, I think maybe Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, one of those big guys anyway, that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to destroy it. So I particularly like one of the lessons towards the end of the book where he's talking about it is those small things that add up. And he says that there's a difference in information. Some information expires and some information is permanent. And the expiring information is the stuff we're bombarded with all day, every day, through the news, the social media, TV, YouTube, whatever. We're bombarded with this information but most of it expires, and the permanent information, the enduring lessons, the enduring truths are usually hidden in books, and we don't see them so often. And I really love this, because obviously with my love of books, and especially books that do share information, I love that it's an interesting perspective. So the book as a whole, totally worth a read. There was some stuff in there that just gave me a new perspective on things I already knew, but there was other stuff in there that was new to me, so it was definitely an interesting read. And I would just say, if you're interested in personal development in any way, if you're interested in learning and growing and altering your mindset and learning how to, well, yeah, in his words, live a good life, then yeah, I absolutely heartily recommend this book. So that is Same as Ever by Morgan Housel, timeless lessons on risk, opportunity and living a good life. And also what never changes in a changing world. That's this week's book. If you want more content like this, then please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to give this video a like. I will see you next time. Bye.